from the middle out, not from the top down. To build an economy from the bottom up and the middle out, not from the top down. When the middle class grows, the poor have a way up and the wealthy do very well. Because when the middle class does well, the poor have a ladder up and the wealthy still do very well. Our infrastructure is ranked 13th in the world. The United States of America, 13th in the world in infrastructure, modern infrastructure. We'll build a national network of 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations. We're going to build 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations. You'll see a field of dreams. Literally a field of dreams. 10,000 new jobs. It's going to create 10,000 jobs. And in those factories, the average job about $135,000 a year. Jobs paying an average of $130,000 a year. There's been a law on the books for almost a century to make sure taxpayers' dollars support American jobs and businesses. Buy America has been the law since 1933, but we're actually doing it. We'll buy America. Tonight, I'm announcing new standards that require all construction materials used in federal infrastructure projects to be made in America. And under my plan, nobody, let me say this again, nobody earning less than $400,000 a year will pay an additional penny in new taxes. Not a single penny. Under my plans, as long as I'm president, nobody earning less than $400,000 will pay an additional penny in taxes. Nobody, not one penny. That we'd all agree that the present tax system ain't fair. The tax system is not fair. It is not fair. Close to 1 million people who sit at a dining room table or a kitchen table and look at an empty chair. More than 1 million Americans lost their lives to COVID. Empty chairs at the dining room table constantly reminding you. The only nation that can be defined by a single word, possibilities. Like I said, I can define it in one word, and I mean this, possibilities. And as my dad used to say, it gave the people just a little bit of breathing room. But my dad used to say, Joey, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Will you stand so we can all take a look at you? Thank you. I'm a capitalist. Look, I'm a capitalist. But capitalism without competition is not capitalism. Capitalism without competition is exploitation. Capitalism without competition is not capitalism. It's extortion. It's exploitation. That's why I propose closing loopholes for the very wealthy who pay a lower tax rate than a teacher and a firefighter. But no billionaire should be paying a lower tax rate than a school teacher or firefighter. One of those soldiers was my son, Major Bo Biden, where we could with Bo. Let's end cancer as we know it. Let's end cancer as we know it. We're the only nation on earth that has always turned every crisis we've faced into an opportunity. We're the only country that has emerged from every crisis we've ever entered stronger than we got into it. Bullying, violence, trauma. Bullying, violence, trauma. We must hold social media platforms accountable for the national experiment they're conducting on our children for profit. We must finally hold social media companies accountable for experimenting they're doing running children for profit. In the battle between democracy and autocracies, democracies are rising to the moment. But in the past 2 years, democracies have become stronger, not weaker. Autocracy has grown weaker, not stronger. But what it does to your dignity, it's about your dignity. We pay more for the same drug produced by the same company in America than any other country in the world. You know, we pay more for prescription drugs than any nation in the world. 1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. 1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Cap the cost of insulin at $35 a month. Cap the cost of insulin at $35 a month. It's never been a good bet to bet against the American people. It's never, ever been a good bet to bet against
Plagiarist Joe.